What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV, and all of you who are listening to this video know that the Los Angeles Lakers lost yet another game that they needed to win to keep any chance, any hope at all of going to the postseason this year alive. But they lost to the LA Clippers last night, and I believe they fall to 30-34 on the year. And right now they're on pace to go 38-44. And that's just pace. The way they're losing, they may not win that many games. And it would be a dramatic disappointment for the season. Now, I did do a video saying that in the grand scheme of things, I don't think that this season in itself and only itself would be a major stain on LeBron James's legacy. But when I talk like that, I'm talking like us, if we're all still here, going over LeBron James's career maybe in the year 2030. You know what I mean? Like, I think, or even 2035. I'm talking about in the grand scheme of history, not right now or next year or even the year after that. Okay? Like, I remember when, Michael played with the Wizards. Okay? And people thought that was going to be a tremendous stain on his legacy. And most people now don't even really hold the Wizard years against him. Most people don't remember Bob Cousy playing for, the Kansas City Omaha Kings in 1969, 1970. Even though it was just a handful of games. Nobody remembers Walt Clyde Frazier struggling with the Cleveland Cavaliers at the end of his career. You know what I'm saying? So that's the point I'm making, you know what I mean? But something has come to mind just as I was beginning to record this, right? Now, the Lakers aren't going to make the playoffs. And it's going to be a stark contrast to what we've seen in the past seasons, several seasons, where the playoffs heavily featured LeBron James. The playoffs are going to miss him. So, other players, other potential stars are going to have to step up. Okay? And there are plenty of stars in the NBA right now. Some are contenders, and some of them, some people feel, are suspected pretenders. I'm not going to name any names. Harden. Now, what I'm reminded of a little bit is I remember when Michael Jordan retired the second time in January '99, right? And I remember we had the lockout and the abbreviated season that started just, I think, like a month or so after he retired. And I remember the slogan that year was, you had Iverson, you had Kobe, you had Vince Carter, Duncan, all these new guys. The new strategy was, this is a new league now being taken over by younger players. And I remember their slogan was, it's our turn now. You older guys probably remember that, right? I kind of get reminded of that now. Like, I think it's clear. I've been seeing this for the last couple of years. And it's funny because I've been arguing with a lot of Bron-sexuals and LeBron-tars about the fact that I said that I have been seeing signs of slippage in LeBron James's game for about 2 years now. Now, the big excuse for most of them is, for this season, well, LeBron James is declining as a player, which I think he is. But see, some people don't understand when you say that. They think that you're saying, well, he sucks. Well, I mean, but look at his numbers. I mean, he's still putting up 27, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but how can I say this? Like, you could see Shaq, right? His first year with the Miami Heat, right? Shaq was still putting up like maybe, I don't know his exact numbers, but probably like what, 23 and 10 or something like that. He's probably put up 23 and 10 or 23 and 11. And for the most part, for most people, that will be great numbers. But you know that when Shaq was in his prime, he was more dominant. The numbers told part of the story, but the other part of it was Shaq powered up more. You could see the physical decline. He was a little bit slower, half a step slower. Um, didn't finish quite as well around the basket as he did when he was his prime. It was like automatic, and he got injured more often. And I remember Bruce Blitz said something in a video a couple of months ago, right after LeBron got injured, and I think it's true. He said that the type of injury that LeBron James has suffered in that game, that Christmas Day game against the Warriors, is what you would call an old man injury. And the old man injury is the type of injury that occurs with older players that would not usually happen with a younger player, except for freak occurrences. And it's like a situation where, like when you had Kevin Garnett, he suffered that, what was it, knee injury coming down several times, thousands of other times. I think coming down from, was it a block attempt or, I can't remember, but it seemed like a freak type injury. Then the career ending injury that Shaq had, he was coming up the court, and I think he tore his meniscus, if I'm not mistaken. Um, when you get older, you start having these injuries that come with little wear, like very little contact or no contact, or something that didn't seem like it would, cause any injury for most players. Like Grant Hill said when he was the Clippers his last year, and I think he said he was in the layup line and he just went up for a layup and he injured his knee. But anyway, I wonder if LeBron James's career might be coming to a close quicker than we think. Most people tend to say stuff like, LeBron, he's going for the scoring record, and LeBron can play until he's 40, and LeBron has this goal that he wants to play with his son, and all these things. But I tend to think that LeBron James is very conscious of his image, and I think he's very conscious of his level of productivity. And the last couple of years, he's still been able to put up a lot of points offensively at the sacrifice of his defense. Because at his age, in the thousands and thousands of minutes that he's logged, he just cannot play on the same level of intensity and energy on offense and defense that he did when he was 27, 28, 29 years old with the Miami Heat. He can't do it anymore. And that's being exposed now with the Los Angeles Lakers. He just doesn't have the physical energy to do it. And that's what makes players like Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant so amazing, especially Michael, because they were able to put out so much energy on both ends of the court. And when you play defense, it's going to affect your field goal percentage. I used to be really hard on Kobe because of his field goal percentage, 45%. I think he finished his career at 44.7%. The last couple of seasons really hurt his overall field goal percentage. But at the same time, you look at some of the guys playing now, you look at the amount of threes they take, and you look at their field goal percentage, and you start to say, well, shit, Kobe didn't really shoot that bad, And Michael was able to shoot nearly 50% from the floor. If you take his Bulls years into account, he shot 50.5%, which is still fractionally higher than LeBron's field goal percentage right now. But I have to wonder, though, if LeBron James is not able to play at the level that he's accustomed to, putting up the stats that he's accustomed to go along with the lack of team success, how much longer will he be playing? If the Lakers aren't able to pick up a big-time free agent this upcoming season, if the Lakers aren't able to drastically alter their roster for improvement, realistically, how much longer will he play? I can't see LeBron James being 36 years old, you know what I'm saying, being terrible on defense, putting up maybe 24 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists, and playing on a team like the Lakers where they missed the playoffs for the third straight year. I can't see him tolerating that. Just from his own personal, quote, level of excellence, I guess I want to say. So is it possible that LeBron James may be entering the twilight of his career faster than we think? Now, when I say the twilight, I mean literally like the last few years of his career. Do you think LeBron will play close to 40, or do you think that by the time he's 37 years old, LeBron might be done? I mean, he has to be somewhere close to the end of his career because him playing for the Lakers was truly a long-term business decision, a financial decision, a family decision. So, tell me what you guys think, man.